has asked a great question. What are your top 3 tips that everyone can do regardless of their situation to be better prepared for these big ones? So since we're just about at the end of the session here, perhaps we'll open the floor and see what advice the panel can share to help us be better prepared for these big and sometimes scary events.
I'll just pipe up quickly and say one thing I learned last week is just to have a family plan. Like when an event happens, how are you going to get in touch with your loved ones, particularly if the phone network is down and you have some distance to travel to meet up with them. You really need to think about how you're going to communicate and how you're going to get back together safe at home.
Can I jump in quickly then on what Rob said, and not just have a plan, but also maybe have a bike, because how else are you going to travel distances and get water, food, check on loved ones when the road network is going to be damaged and there won't be any communication system either? So yeah, this was one of my tips, was like actually be bike ready, because that's going to enable communities to be really mobile and just yeah.
Yeah, I might just chip in a bit more on the tsunami side of things as well, in that doing your tsunami hikoi so that you know where your high ground is or how quickly you can move inland away from the coast. But also ask your local school, if you've got school-aged children, ask your school what their plans are for tsunami evacuation, because I think it's really important that we understand that once the ground stops shaking during a major earthquake, it's that get gone, long, strong, get gone message where you want your class of children to move inland and uphill as fast as possible. So ask your school, what have they got in mind for how they're going to do that?
I'll add that it's very good for anyone living near the coast to know their local tsunami evacuation zones. So if you just Google NZ tsunami evacuation zones, it'll take you to the Civil Defence website, and you can use the links there to find your local maps.
My one really builds off Williams of know or learn and know your risks. If you know, everybody's context will be different. You'll have different things. Maybe you live by the coast, maybe you live in a mountainous area, maybe you live in liquefiable areas or whatever. But if you've got an understanding of what your potential risks are, then you can take the actions or start to prepare as to how to manage those risks. And I guess it's that sort of knowledge is power. If you know what you're likely to face, you're able to break down those big scary things of what an Alpine Fault or a Hikurangi earthquake might look like, and be able to break it down into bits where you can manage it a bit more easily. And if nothing else, drop, cover and hold in our earthquakes. It's look after yourself and look after your family members. It's the key thing.
I've got another one. Sorry, there's a bit of silence, so I'm just going to jump in. Your home, you can make it as safe as you possibly can by, for example, jumping on the EQC website and learning how to make your house quake ready, fix, fasten and forget, those sorts of key messages, and you can make sure that your house is in the best shape it can be in, so it can be a refuge for you after a big earthquake.
Yeah, I'd also add things about being prepared being prepared in different situations. So things like having a bag in the car with sort of shoes in it, a change of clothes, some food and water, having a similar situation at work, like particularly for women, having some sensible shoes at work in case you have to do a really long walk home, that kind of thing. So yeah, definitely preparing your house, but also making sure you've got things that you need in different places as well.
I have nothing more to add. Those are all excellent suggestions. The other suggestion is attend more of these sorts of events, and hopefully we can pass on as much knowledge as we've collected to help you out wherever you are.